Hi, my name is Robert. I'm excited to play some games. Man, I got really into Serial for a while, that podcast. I think I listened to all 10 episodes straight. No, there's no way I could get away with murder. I would freak out. That would be too much pressure. It's weirdly easy for me to lie. It shouldn't be that easy. To everyone but my girlfriend, I'm good at keeping secrets. My girlfriend always knows when I'm lying. 100%. I can't put anything past her. I think I'm good at picking up vibes, but I just read people totally wrong usually.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Barrett Jackson, and I am obsessed with cats and snacks, and food, and cats too. I'm a player who's generally in it for the fun. I don't get really competitive. I'm totally a trustworthy person. I am terrible at picking up vibes. That is not a thing that registers to me at all. I am a bit of a different person when I play board games. I let loose, I smack talk, which is not a thing that's like in my day-to-day life, but board games, yeah, there's a bravado that comes out in me. Ugh.
Hey, hi. Do I look here? My name is Curtis. I'm good friends with Danny. I think to be like a really good board game player, you have to be really passionate about board games, which is the most polite way I can think of to say a little bit boring and probably white. I love to lie to people. It is a hobby of mine. This really matters to me. Is this helping at all, or is this, I just want to make sure that the dicgishness plays in terms of like, I'm still here and you're a friend. I don't understand this weird culture.
Hi, my name is Mario. I'm kind of a slow burn player. I definitely adapt to sort of persona when I'm playing board games. The persona's a lot more aloof than I actually am. I do get very competitive. I don't know, it's my board game persona. I do not have a good poker face. I've always been horrible at lying. I'll be like, yes! I mean, yes. I don't even pretend like I'm good at lying. I am very awful at keeping secrets, so don't tell me any secrets. But I will definitely always have your back.
Hey, I'm Lawrence Marshalian. I am an improv veteran. My poker face is the dumbest face you could possibly spot. I like going snowboarding, but only when it's really hot. Like, I can lie, dude. When I play board games, I'm kind of just a heightened version of myself. I'm a little more ridiculous, a little more obnoxious. I also like the fact that the spotlight is on everyone, and that's always a fun time to kind of be a character. I feel like a douche for saying veteran of improv.
Hey, my name is Cassie. I love math and soccer. The kind of player I am is kind of observing, so I try to pay attention to what other people are saying. It's kind of nice to play hidden. But if I ever try to be outspoken, I get called out right away. I'm just me, awkward as usual. I am really, really competitive. It doesn't mean I'm good at a lot of things, but super competitive.
Hi, I'm Casey Lawrence. I think I'm the kind of guy who you're going to want to trust. You know, whether I'm in the booth or whether I'm playing the game, I'm going to be somebody who's going to tell it straight until I don't. I think I'm better than some people because I've played it before and I know what all the cards are. That's a shout out at Conroy. Take that, alright, I'm taking you down. I think I'm better than, I would say, 80% of the people who are on the cast. And the only person who's better than me is me when I'm really focused. Yeah, I'm a competitive guy. What else is there to say?
Hi, my name's Hannah. I think what makes someone really good at games is strategy. It's something I hope to get better at. I can get pretty ruthless. If I have a move to make and it screws someone over, then I don't mind making that. I love the rule, leave it in the game. I'm not gonna hold any grudges and you shouldn't either. I was a liar growing up. I lied a ton as a kid and, you know, practice makes perfect. I'll tell you a story sometime about the worst lie that I ever told.
everybody. Welcome to What Happened Last Night, the Whodunit Show. We're trying a little bit of a different format today, wherein we have the player introduction videos play at the beginning. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, because it's going to mean that we're going to get to the games a lot quicker. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is What Happened Last Night, the Whodunit Show, the game show where we play social deduction games, where you guys are totally in the loop and know what's going on, and our players don't. We're going to be playing One Night Ultimate Werewolf. We've got a dog out in the other room that's going to be playing the role of the werewolf. Not really, but he will be a nuisance, so enjoy that. We've got 6 great players out in the other room. You guys have met some of them through the player introduction videos. We've got Cassie out there. We've got Alyssa. We've got Conroy, who we don't have a player introduction video for yet, but you've seen him host with me if you've been tuning in. And you know a little bit about how he goes. We've got a few fun guests, and in a few minutes we're going to turn over to them to introduce them. Today we're playing some fun audience participation games in between rounds of One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Our first audience participation game is the fan favorite, What's in the Box, where we read 1-star reviews for beloved Amazon products. Beloved products found on Amazon.com, because Amazon doesn't necessarily make all of them. I don't think we've done any that Amazon makes. But anyways, we're going to play What's in the Box. We're going to read 1-star reviews and try to get you guys to guess and try to get our players to guess what is in the box. What product found on Amazon.com we are reading 1-star reviews from. And then the second audience participation game is going to be 2 Truths and a Lie. We'd love for you guys to submit 2 truths and a lie about yourselves. Make sure that you label which one is the lie so that we can know the correct answer, and then we'll turn it over to our players to try to suss out what you guys were lying about. If we don't get any 2 truths and a lie, like, we'd love to have you guys participating, but I understand if you guys don't want to put yourselves on blast in front of the world. We do have another option of having one of our players give their 2 truths and a lie while the other players try to figure it out, and you guys try to figure it out at home. All these audience participation games are going to be like a race between the players and you guys, so we'll see who's better at deducing the truth. And in just a minute, we're gonna go over to the players and have them introduce our guests. They'll tell you like what their favorite board games are and stuff like that. Oh, here we go. We're having a really fun, exciting day here on set, and my producer right now is just getting like audio blasted in his ears from the microphone over in the other room. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to be able to turn that off for him. Yeah, let's cut over to Alyssa so that she can introduce our guests.
Faces you recognize, but you also see several faces you don't know. So we're gonna meet these people. So starting over here, we've got Betsy.
Hello.
Yeah, say hi to Betsy. Now to get to know her, I'm gonna ask all of you guys what your favorite board game is, but Betsy, what's your favorite board game?
I'm gonna go with Candyland.
All right.
Such a classic.
It's a sweet, sweet game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Good one.
I'm glad you
cool.
followed with that one. Now, this is Zach, guys.
Hello.
Zach, what's your favorite board game?
I don't know if it constitutes as a board game, but catchphrase.
Okay. I mean, it's a good time.
It's a tabletop game?
Yeah, I mean,
isn't that kind of
there's not a board here, technically, so, like...
It works.
We'll go for it. Yeah. All right, cool. And then over here, we've got Liam.
Hi, I'm Liam, and I guess mine is Monopoly.
Okay, all right.
I would say probably New York Mets theme Monopoly, because I'm from Queens.
Oh, specifics. Okay.
Specifics
are nice.
Specific board with Shea Stadium and...
All right.
That's
a good time. With those games, are we still playing with just cold hard cash, like Monopoly money, or do they theme up the money too?
Like Mets cash?
Yeah.
You get like baseballs or something?
I'm asking.
Like the ticket, like the seating.
Ooh, see, yeah. Like.
Yeah, what are you gonna? Yeah, what is it?
I think it's Mets Monopoly money, and I'm not sure what the rate of conversion is between the currencies.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, now that you know a little bit about our gang out here, we're gonna show you how to play the game that we're gonna play in a few minutes.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a game where everyone has secret identities that determine how they play. Each player randomly chooses a role and keeps it a secret from the other players. Then begins the night. The players close their eyes so that roll by roll they can be called on to conduct their misdeeds in secret. First, any players who drew the werewolf roll cards open their eyes and acknowledge each other. Then the rest of the players act in turn according to their role. Then, day begins. The players will have 5 minutes to figure out what happened and vote on someone to kill. If a villager dies, the werewolves win. If a werewolf dies, the villagers win. The only exception is the tanner, who's trying to get themselves killed. In order to win, our players will have to lie. They'll have to deduce, and they'll have to figure out what happened last night.
Okay. I was trying to learn the rules.
It's gonna tell you what to do now.
Werewolves, wake up and look.
Okay, so game 1 has begun. We've got Conroy and we've got Cassie labeled as Robert. I'll switch that. But yeah, we've got Conroy and Cassie as the werewolves in this game. Let's see, Betsy is a Mason, but she's all by herself. So she's going to see that there's only one Mason involved in this game. This might be a little tough. We've got the Insomniac, the Seer, and the Robber gaining valuable information for the villagers, but let's see how well they're able to use that information. Oh, okay, so Alyssa's going to be able to verify that there was only one Mason in the game because she saw a Mason and the Troublemaker in the middle. Okay. All right, so Zach as the Robber just stole Liam's Insomniac card. So the villagers are in pretty good shape because there's going to be a lot of shared information. Zach and Liam are going to be able to confirm one another's stories, and Alyssa and Betsy should be able to confirm one another to a certain degree as well. All right, and so there's Liam looking at his card and seeing that he now has the Robber card. So let's see how well they do with this information.
Oh my god.
Yep. Okay.
So we start playing now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now we figure out what happened last night.
So, werewolves? Where you at?
Oh,
Just
sneaky.
like-
I like that. Yeah,
Just
actually,
going
werewolves
straightforward.
were.
That's
That would
fair.
be nice.
That's fair.
Yeah, very cool.
I can say that we have at least one werewolf in play. Like, we don't have one of those situations where there's two in the middle, because I was the seer and I looked at two of the cards in the middle. So there's at least.
I'm sorry. What did you? So there's
at least one werewolf.
At least one. Okay, because you saw two.
There
in the
could
middle.
be two,
Got
but
it.
there's at least one.
Cool.
Wait, how do you know that from looking at the cards in the middle?
Because I looked at two in the middle,
and one of them was neither
and
one of them?
and neither of them were werewolves.
Okay.
So that means if there's a werewolf in the middle, that's only that one other card. So that means one of the other ones out here has to be a werewolf.
Oh, does that happen sometimes where
Yes.
both the werewolves are in the
Yes.
middle and then we're all trying to like murder each other?
We had a game with
Yeah.
with both the werewolves and the tanner in the middle.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So then everybody just loses.
Well, in that case, we all figured it out and we agreed to point at the middle.
So you can do that?
Yeah.
Can we all point at like the dog?
We could, but then we just killed Theo.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's a no-no.
That's kind of a no.
No animals were harmed in the making of this film.
Yeah.
Yet.
So it's
not over yet.
That's only because you're an animal and I'm gonna hurt you.
Anyways, yeah.
So
it's good. So there's at least one.
Yeah.
Wolf out here. I did a little troublemaking.
Okay.
Okay. So I troublemaking. I just want to tell you that.
Oh, you don't want to say who you
I don't want to tell you. That like ruins the surprise.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Chill out, dude.
So somebody volunteer some information so he can totally screw you. That's how that works.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Just saying.
Yeah, maybe I'll reveal more later. But
I felt
right now,
a robber physicality.
Oh, you felt the physicality? All right.
Just letting everybody know.
Just calling me out.
You're not very stealthy, Mr. Robber. I'm sorry. I was dancing and then the whole couch moved.
And he heard Zach under his breath saying,
It's me.
You don't play like that, dude.
Are you sure he wasn't just dancing really intensely?
I'm a great dancer. I've got moves.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see the tape back because I think I was the only one dancing.
No, I danced.
No,
I
the music
danced.
was pretty sick.
I thought it was gonna be eerie and weird.
We're gonna gonna take a quick pause so that Danny can talk about her dancing, and then we're gonna come back.
Oh.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Stare Down Siesta, where we talk about everybody's dance moves out in the other room, apparently. Zach's dance moves weren't super stealthy. Gosh, Betsy sure knew that he was the robber. That's, God, is that cheating? It seems like it might be cheating, but like, that's his own damn fault, you know? And I guess it's good. It's good for the villagers that she knows that he's the robber. What happened in that first round, in that first part of the first round of the game? Conroy came out with a big lie. Conroy's the werewolf, and he said, I was the troublemaker. I switched a few people around. I don't want to say who it is yet. Alyssa knows that that's not true. Alyssa, as the seer, looked in the middle, and she saw a mason and the troublemaker. So she has to know that Conroy's lying, unless she has somehow forgotten what she saw in the middle, which would be a huge drag for the villagers, because then Conroy can really wreak havoc. It seems like Alyssa is, like, aware that he's the werewolf, and maybe she's just sort of like letting him play things out. Maybe he'll show his hand. Maybe he'll reveal who the other werewolf is in his falsehoods, and that would really put them in a good position. So hopefully Alyssa's playing the long game and hasn't just forgotten that she totally saw the troublemaker in the middle. Not a lot of other information has been shared except for Zach being called out as the robber. I think that when we get into the second part of this round, we're going to start seeing a lot more information from the villagers. Conroy sort of set the conversation down a path by like asking Alyssa to clarify. He's like, oh, okay, so you only saw one werewolf in the middle, and that spun off this whole conversation about like the possibility of... Is Theo trying to get into my room? No. Oh, we had a... I thought Theo was trying to get into my room. My bad. Anyways, we're going to be going back to the game really shortly, and I think that we're going to start hearing a lot more information from the players getting shared, from Zach, from Liam, so that they can start corroborating one another's stories. So let's cut over to them and see how this round ends up.
Hey, let's get back into it. So, anybody else get into anything? Anybody want to lie, tell the truth?
I woke up with a different card.
Ooh,
are you allowed to do that?
Well, if he was the insomniac. Oh, then.
Well, how did you know that?
Because that's the only person who wakes up and looks at their card.
Are you a mind reader?
Wow.
No, she's just really good at this game.
I mean, I am a seer, so I see things.
Oh, you see things. You want to offer up... Oh, you already offered up another mission. Can you tell us what was in the middle?
I could. But you could also say who you switched.
So wait, you were the insomniac.
Possibly, or maybe I'm lying.
Well, that's what you just said. I'm just going off of that.
Yeah.
And you said that you woke up with a different card.
I woke up with a different card.
What is your card?
Good card or a bad card?
It is a robber card.
Oh, so
you switched your own card with his, I'm assuming.
That would be that the robber then theoretically robbed him.
Wait, what?
Because the robber, when the robber robs, they take someone else's cards and they give them their card.
Oh.
Okay. But is it troublemaker robber or robber troublemaker?
Robber troublemaker.
Okay. So he could have robbed someone else, then troublemaker.
That's true. That's true.
Let's make it complicated.
Yes, let's make it super complicated.
I like the yarns aren't going in this.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm just going to come out and say that...
You're a werewolf.
1 minute remaining.
Is he allowed on the couch?
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
That's very
But we don't need
offensive.
to here.
If you're not, then who did you troublemaker?
I troublemaker.
Sorry, bud.
You troublemaker us?
Yes.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay.
Well, the only one who has not said anything is Cassie.
I know.
She doesn't have to say anything if she doesn't want to, alright? She could just chill.
Every time I speak out at the beginning, I die.
So she's like, I'm not dying.
Citizen and...
Alright, so you and I are
30
now.
seconds left.
Is that true? We don't know if
Well,
that's
we don't
true.
know that's true. He could
It's
be
not,
lying.
yeah, you don't know, but
Can I look at my card again?
No.
Yeah, I'm having more trouble.
Can I just look at all of them and figure it out?
I saw a troublemaker in the middle.
No, now I know you're lying, and now you're trying to screw me over.
Because I don't always forget things when I play this game.
Yeah.
So wait, what
why
did you
does
see
it
in the
come up
middle?
now?
I saw a troublemaker and a mason.
Wait,
Well, I don't know now.
Why
Time
did
is
you
up.
not that earlier?
Oh, time is up.
Because I did.
Are you
3,
guys...
2, 1, vote.
Oh, all right. Everybody's got me dying.
No, it's 2 and 2.
I got 3
No,
at
it's
me.
3. So you were
And then 2 over there. So, who did we kill? You guys killed
You
the
fucking
seer.
idiots! Why did you kill this?
Ah! He was a werewolf!
if you were the insomniac.
I know. I didn't understand my concept.
No, but that's fair. But you.
I
mean, that was true. Except for the werewolves.
Okay.
What are y'all doing?
I picked her.
So wait, it was 2.
He was sweating the whole time.
I love how you're like, why didn't you mention it sooner? I was like, because I tend to forget things. I'm like, oh right, I saw what was in the middle. What was in the middle? And then when I lifted them up, I was like, oh, I know.
So the seer is a townsman, therefore we lost.
Yeah.
God.
The village.
Damn it, townspeople.
Yeah, but the seer is a witch, and so therefore killing the witch means we won secret.
All right, this is not the Salem witch trials, and we're gonna let Danny handle the actual breakdown of what happened here. Because let's not go back to the past, man.
They were just.
Welcome to the postmortem. Somebody died out there. It was the seer. And you know what? I feel like Alyssa brought that fate onto herself. She knew what was in the middle. She knew that the troublemaker was there, and she let Conroy get away with his lie for too long. She waited until the very last minute to reveal because she forgot that she knew what was in the middle. I was giving her a lot of credit. I was like, oh, she's doing a slow play. Like, this is going to be a really sneaky, groovy thing. Like, she's totally on top of it. Nope. But anyways, God, that was a fun game. Betsy was really, really invested, but she never came forward with her information about being the Mason. She might have actually been able to save Alyssa. I also don't endorse the comments that Liam made about killing witches being a positive thing. Like, you know, some of my best friends are witches. I think we've talked about this on the show before. Like, I hung out with Wiccas in high school, you know, like I was a creepy teen and I hung out with other creepy teens who were into like the dark arts and shit. And I don't condone killing witches, and it doesn't get you a villager victory in this game. That's not canon. So nice try, Liam, but you lost, buddy. Betsy, I think, could have actually saved Alyssa if she had revealed I was the Mason and I saw that there wasn't a Mason. That would have helped support Alyssa's claim that she saw a troublemaker and a Mason in the middle. Because then more people may have been able to realize that Alyssa wasn't the werewolf. Because of course the two werewolves voted for Alyssa because she was their easiest mark. Because she was the only one who was contradicting what Conroy the werewolf was saying in his lie. I think that Liam might have been the third person to jump onto that bandwagon. And if he had known that there was a Mason in the middle, confirmed by Betsy, and those two were able to work together, then that might have put one more vote off of Alyssa. We could have had a three-way tie because there were 2 people on Conroy, I think 2 people on Cassie, that's right, and 3 on Alyssa. That math does not add up. There's 6 players out there. So Alyssa must have been the only one voting for Conroy. But it could have been a tie between Cassie and Alyssa, in which case the villagers would have won. We are getting close to being ready for round 2. But before we get into that, it will be time for everyone's favorite audience participation game, What's in the Box? I'll be jumping out there to join the players as Mr. Postman with my Amazon box. And we'll go through the clues about what's in there. But that was a really fun game, and I think it's time for me to go out there as Mr. Postman. I'll see you guys in the other room.
All right, you guys ready to do this next round?
Yeah. Don't mess it up. Oh, we have a delivery.
Oh, we're not even playing our next.
Yes.
Oh, hey, sorry, we're going to play the next round.
We were about to until you showed up.
I thought we were going to go into the next round too, but like this package just showed up on the front door. Yeah, we better check this out because I didn't order anything on Amazon. Did any of you guys order anything on Amazon?
All the time.
Is this like Mr. Rogers? What's going on?
So it's time for What's in the Box, where we are going to play this audience participation game. The audience at home is watching. They're following along. I'm about to read you guys 1-star reviews for a beloved product that can be purchased on Amazon.com, and you guys are going to try to guess what that product is.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, so let me pull up the clues. I got them in my emails. There we go. Oh, this first one's a good one. All right, after I read the clues, you guys will have to officially buzz in
to give an answer that I will consider. If you guys say the right answer but haven't officially buzzed, I'm going to ignore you.
But we could have a conversation before buzz.
Yes, exactly. One person will say buzz. They will be the only person I listen to. The audience at home is already spamming away on their keyboards. They could have guessed the right answer already just by being like really smart. But
type like that.
That's what you say.
That's how you spam the keyboard.
All right. So, ready for the first clue?
Yes.
Yeah.
This. Oh God, it's so good. It burned down my kitchen.
Yes.
Do not leave plugged in.
Oh, God.
Water heater did not turn off. Boiled all remaining water. It ignited while not in use.
Wait, did you just give us the answer?
Nope.
No, it's a component of it. It's got a water heater in it.
What has a water heater? Like a rice cooker?
Is this
a
one of
coffee
those-
machine?
A fish tank.
Okay.
But would that light something on fire because it's all water?
It would if it was defective.
Kitchen?
But the water's not evaporating out of that to eventually start a fire.
Oh.
In theory, that's a lot of it's like a lot of water on
Yeah, no, that
tended
doesn't
for
make
a
sense.
fish tank.
I'm thinking like coffee machine has its...
There are no
Yeah.
wrong answers. Right
Well,
now.
I'm
You
thinking
just
outside
brainstorm.
what's in the box.
Oh no, you got to think inside the box.
Oh,
not outside the box.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's too small for me.
I was thinking about one of those electric kettles.
I was thinking a candle, but that might be better.
Ooh, maybe an electric candle that uses a filament glass bulb type.
Is there water? Well,
Still
didn't
thinking
say
outside
something
the box,
about
huh?
I was thinking outside the gun now.
Yeah,
Do we get another hint, or is that
we do get another hint.
Yeah, you guys should
We
go
just
ahead and just
buzz
give
and then we'll
an
get another
answer.
hint.
Give an answer. You guys will get more
What do we-
clues.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Betsy, go for it.
Me? Why me?
All right, buzz.
I'm gonna guess a crock pot.
Not
Okay.
a crock pot.
Okay.
All right, time for clue number 2. This was our second blank. That's the name of the product. This was our second blank in 3 days. Unfortunately,
It's like the Newlywed Show.
yeah,
We had a blank in the blank on the kitchen table.
we made a blank. Yeah. Oh, gross. All right. I will give you guys another clue that has nothing to do with sex. All right, because I feel like the audience may.
That would have something to do with sex.
Oh.
I mean, haven't you guys seen those sex toys that have the water heater built? Never mind. This was our second blank in 3 days. Unfortunately, both of them smelled strongly of plastic. I washed everything and used vinegar to help get rid of the smell. But even after running an entire tank of water through, 12 ounces at a time, the plastic smell and taste just keeps getting stronger. It was like the hot water just brought it out even more. It was very alarming and made me concerned that there were chemicals leaching into the water.
Like a Keurig or something?
I keep thinking coffee machine.
Is it a
Coffee
real doll?
machines
You put vinegar through it, clean it.
Oh, do we want to just do a coffee machine then?
Do we have to say a specific name?
No, I don't
Is
think
it like the
so.
Keurig?
Yeah, that's what we're thinking.
Do we have to be specific on the brand?
Maybe.
Do we want to go
Depends
with
on
Keurig
how
and then
it's
back it
Keurig.
up if we need to?
Could be Mr. Coffee.
You know,
It
we could
could
say Keurig, and then if it's a different brand, we could just argue about it till we win.
There we go.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yeah.
We're going to
Okay.
say Keurig.
It's a Keurig.
But did we beat the chat room?
Did we beat the chat?
You did.
Oh, sorry, chat. You're still
Suck
number
it,
one.
chat.
on my-
Didn't do this enough.
That's you guys at home.
I used to own a Keurig, and that was a real problem.
Did you?
Was it just tasted like crap after a while?
Really?
Did it burn down your kitchen?
I did not burn down my kitchen,
that's
but
good.
I also know how to use it correctly.
That's fair.
You have to use
Ooh.
filtered water. You have to, or else
Yeah.
the filter gets all clogged.
Oh yeah, now I own an
There you go.
espresso, and I only use bottled or filtered.
I only use one of those Italian coffee pots,
like
and
the
it burnt
Dasani?
the crap out of my hand.
Well, I don't want to brag about how rich I am, but I do belong to the Nespresso Club.
Oh, an espresso club.
Yeah.
Mets Monopoly and Nespresso, guys.
Ooh la la.
Still something called name brand.
All right, guys. Fun coffee talk.
Is
About
it in the
time
box?
for... No. This is empty.
Oh,
We're gonna go feed it to Pia.
You better be Keurig.
Don't ruin it.
Time for
go.
game 2, guys.
All right.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye. Does everybody remember what they were?
I really don't.
Because I'm bad at this and I forget.
do it
So.
again.
Oh, sorry, I knocked you.
All right. Okay.
Ready, and
Here we go.
Everyone, close your eyes. Werewolves. Wake up and look for other werewolves. If there is only one werewolf, you may look at a card from the center.
Okay, so what do we got? We've got... Oops, this is... Got the wrong game up. Hey, sorry guys, I was giving some great commentary, but you guys couldn't hear me because I had my audio off. In any case, got 2 Masons, but Conroy was asleep the whole time and didn't see the other Mason, so Zach thinks he's alone. Alyssa's the only werewolf. Cassie knows that there's at most 1 werewolf because she saw a werewolf in the middle. Okay, Betsy's doing a switch as the troublemaker. She just grabbed Liam's card and... oh, I'm not quite sure who she flipped. I think it was Alyssa and Conroy. I'm going to make sure that I get that confirmed before I put it up on the screen, but that looks like what went down. There's no Insomniac, so it's time to get into the game.
All right, first things first, who's a Mason? Anyone a Mason? Cool. All right.
Suspicious.
Because I'm a Mason.
Oh!
And okay, yeah, no, it's chilling. All right, no, just
you didn't open your eyes.
I didn't. I forgot to open my eyes. Wait, did you know I didn't open my eyes?
I'm a Mason. I would know, wouldn't I?
So you knew that I didn't open my eyes.
Well, maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
No, I'm trying to figure out who's the other Mason because I legitimately forgot to open my eyes.
See, I don't trust you from the last game.
Okay,
though,
fair enough.
so...
But I don't know if I.
You're playing like me now. What is that?
I know, yeah, right. I just have a lapse in like memory and.
What would be your reasoning for not opening your eyes?
I was dancing. And then by the time I heard
Just
Mason close your eyes, I was like, fuck. So that's on me. So I just wanted to, yeah. So now I don't know about you. I don't know if you're actually a Mason.
I'm
being truthful.
curious because I'm troublemaker and I switched your card with... I can't remember who I did it with.
Everybody's playing like me right now.
I swear to God, I was like doing it, and then I was like, no, and then I can't remember. It was one of you two, so yeah.
So my card's not my card, right? Hell yeah, dude. All right, cool.
Wait, so if you switched a card with someone, like let's say she was a werewolf, and you switched a card with her,
I didn't switch my card.
Would she still be a werewolf?
No, whoever has the werewolf card is now the werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So y'all 3 gotta figure that out.
Dope. All right, dude. All right. Well, former Mason right here. Possibly. Possibly.
So the seer, do you want to tell us about what you saw?
Wait a second.
Wait.
How do we
I don't know. There's like a light, and then when you go like this, like moving. It's not cheating.
Wait, how does she get far back enough for you to get the light?
Her head goes here, and it cuts the light from the window.
That window. I was thinking of the LED.
She has very thin eyelids.
Very thin eyes.
I suggest we put you in a sensory deprivation. While we do all this shit.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just trying to use all my facilities.
All right, Daredevil.
You're gonna be moved to the chair.
Yeah. You see,
you just throw me out. Just be like, we're not inviting her next time.
The Betsy's out.
So what'd you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now it's out.
Well, first, I would like to know if anyone is a robber to know if any other changes were made.
I robbed this kid, but now we have to pause.
So he was switched and robbed.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Stare Down Siesta. That was a good trap Cassie just set. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how good that was. She looked in the middle and everyone's like, so Cassie, what'd you see in the middle? And she's like, well, before I reveal what I saw in the middle, was anybody the robber? Because I want to make sure that there weren't any other switches. She saw the robber in the middle. Of course she saw the robber in the middle. And so Alyssa's like, here, let me just walk around it. Oh, nice trap you've set for me here. Would you like me to like, this bear trap looks very, it's a nice accessory. Should I put my foot in it, you know? Man, Alyssa stepped right on that one. Like, Cassie laid a fat turd, and Alyssa was like, I will step in that. So Alyssa's screwed. A good thing happened right before the break so that Alyssa could be like, oh, sorry, can't pay any more attention to this. But man, interesting game. We've got sort of like the left side of the room all thinking that they could be in trouble because Betsy knows that she switched a couple of cards over there. She knows that she gave Conroy either Liam or Alyssa's card. We've got it on the books as being Alyssa's card, so I'm pretty sure that Conroy is now a werewolf. Liam's the Tanner, though, so he already knew that he's not quite playing on the villager team. He may still be able to draw some attention to himself. We'll see what he's able to do there. Betsy's sort of put the villagers in a tough position, because if you're the troublemaker and you don't remember who you switched, you don't know how to direct the votes. If you do remember who you switched and you're able to get somebody to admit, I started off as a werewolf, but if I'm not the werewolf anymore, forget it. I don't have any allegiance to the werewolf team. I want to win as a villager now. Then it can be a really quick, easy game. But right now they're going to be in trouble because Conroy's a werewolf and it's going to be hard for them to figure it out without that key piece of information from Betsy as the troublemaker. I think that very quickly Cassie's going to say, sorry, Alyssa, I saw the robber in the middle. You must be, are you a werewolf or a Tanner? That's going to be for them to figure out. But we are going to cut back to them shortly so we can see how the rest of this game unwinds and whether they get out there and catch that werewolf.
Go.
All right.
Oh,
Go.
Wait. We
Hold
ended
on.
on Alyssa.
Okay, I did.
Sorry.
Continue.
We ended on Alyssa being the robber.
Yes.
But there was a robber in the middle.
Oh.
And a werewolf.
Damn.
Ooh.
Is there
Get
only
him.
one robber in the game?
Yep.
Way to just lie to our face.
Okay, wait.
But-
So, townspeople,
This is true.
townspeople, listen up.
She noticed.
If I switch them, then that means he's the werewolf now. Is there another
Possibly.
werewolf?
No, it's not a guarantee that she was a werewolf. Maybe Cassie's lying.
Well, why would
Sorry.
she say she was the robber if she wasn't really the robber?
But maybe-
Or she's not actually the troublemaker and she's the werewolf. Wait, there's only one werewolf.
I was a Mason.
Okay.
Because there's a werewolf.
But I don't
Sorry.
know anymore. Did anyone
Robber
switch mine?
werewolf, robber.
But it could be a.
So I'm still the same thing I was before.
We don't know because you don't remember if you switched. What were you? The two of us or these two?
What was I? A troublemaker.
No, you weren't. I was the troublemaker.
Oh, I was a robber.
Or the team.
All right, this motherfucker.
Oh, Tanner move.
All right, so we're on the same team.
Oh yeah, also that.
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately. Well, fortunately for me this time.
Wow! I would like to win.
I meant, like, unfortunately, you know. I know. So now if I have a good card, I'm just going to lean forward and block your light.
Yeah, that's a good strategy, I think.
But I appreciate the support in being on your team.
Well, I'm saying we're both townsmen. We need to kill a werewolf. Let's get up and do it.
Yeah, let's kill a werewolf.
1 minute remains.
Yeah.
So, do we know what happened over here?
All right, so you're lying, maybe because
She could be lying.
No, exactly. So I cast suspicion on both of you,
Ooh.
like that.
Which
I don't know.
is
You
such
kinda
a
do
werewolf
some-
move.
Hey.
But
That
was
is a
your
12
confusion
counter move.
between
Yeah,
these
true,
two
maybe.
cards or
Or
between
these
those two cards?
Oh, it was between these two.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was a Mason for showsies.
I don't
And-
think that's true.
Only 30 seconds
But
left.
that doesn't really change anything.
Yeah,
so
okay.
it's okay.
So thanks for your input, Zach.
Wait, hold on. Did your senses
Whoa.
sense anything about Zach?
No, I didn't.
Because I'm a Mason. All I do is move my eyes. Can't block any light doing that.
Okay. So we got
You also
15
can't switch
seconds.
anything.
There you go.
So we don't know who got switched what where here.
Yeah, this is very true.
It's very.
Are we
shady.
allowed to point at the middle when we know there's one in play, but we know there's one in the middle?
Oh.
Do we know there's one in the middle?
Because she said she saw one in the middle.
There's a werewolf in the middle.
Unless she was lying.
3, 2, 1, vote.
So you're the werewolf.
I missed that.
We're gonna find out.
portion.
Somebody help us! So we're gonna find out what's going on.
Can we flip?
I'm a Mason, guys.
Werewolf.
Tanner.
Here's a werewolf.
There was a werewolf there.
So we won.
But you guys did.
So is it you were the werewolf originally?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you switched to us. Okay, got it.
Now
got
we
it,
know
got
what
it,
I
got
did.
it, got it, got it, got it.
So there was no.
So you
robber.
weren't lying.
I was. I just forgot to open my eyes.
Oh man, just trying to stir up
Oh,
trouble.
so you were.
Are we gonna play again? 'Cause
Yeah,
now
that's
I
right.
get the
Yeah.
game. Now I get the game. Now I know how to play.
Okay. So I think.
Oh, Tanner.
Yeah,
We
you did that.
lost.
You were kind of doing. You were doing the Tanner moves.
Yeah.
You called that out. But yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we gotta figure this one out.
Yeah.
I think unless we get like a disqualification for like pointing in the middle, but we knew there was a werewolf there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a fair move.
No, we're gonna let Danny assess this, and he can tell us if we're all cheaters or not.
Great.
Yeah.
Oops. I did the wrong transition. Welcome to the post-mortem. Here we are. Here's my ruling. There's no fucking way that works. You kidding me? You can't just see a werewolf in the middle, know that there's a werewolf among you, and point at the middle. That doesn't count. You gotta, if there's a werewolf among you, you have to find that werewolf. You can't just point at the middle. So sorry, guys. Conroy's the winner. Conroy's the winner, and everybody else sucks. That was a tough game. Man, was that tough. When the troublemaker doesn't remember who they switched, it makes it really difficult. I think Alyssa was really ready to flip sides. I mean, she was pointing in the middle because she was trying to point out a werewolf in there. But I think that she was sort of hedging her bets, knowing that I might come down and say, like, there's no way that works. And then in that case, she was still the werewolf. Oh, she wins. Good for her. Man. That game was a clusterfuck. Oh, God. Good plays, though. There were some good plays on the parts of a few people. I appreciated Liam with his, oh, I'm the troublemaker. No? Okay, well, then I'm the robber. A little obvious as a Tanner play, and people were able to call that out pretty quickly. Cassie and Alyssa got on his case. They knew, like, he's lying. It's clear that he's lying, but it's too clear that he's lying. He can't be a werewolf. And so that eliminated him pretty quickly. But because Alyssa wasn't able to figure out that she was now on the villager team, that kept the villagers from getting that key piece of information of where the werewolf card started out, which I think that they definitely could have gotten if Betsy had remembered who she switched. And I think it would have been a clear villager victory. I would have definitely thrown my vote over at Conroy if I were in there. Fun game, confusing game, messed up game, but it was a good time all the same. I know that Liam's excited to play another game because now he's all tuned in. Golly. Yeah, so there were two big flubs in that one. There was Betsy forgetting whose cards she switched, and then there was, ooh, look at these fun little green screen artifacts around my finger when I do this. Fun. Can you see that? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I've got a green screen behind me, though. That's pretty exciting. I didn't really make this conspiracy wall. I did it in Photoshop. So I'm not the crazy person who has this sitting up on his wall all the time, but I am the crazy person who spends countless hours putting it together, then throwing it onto a green screen. The two flubs that happened in that game, though, as we enjoy these fun little green screen artifacts, were Betsy forgetting whose cards she switched, and then Conroy forgetting to open his eyes as the Mason. Gosh, funny mess up. And I feel like if I were Zach, I would. Well, Zach hasn't been on this show as long as the rest of us have. But like Conroy saying that he messed up, that's something that I would believe. That would have made me pretty sure that he was in fact a Mason. But now it's time to get into game. Oh, no. It's time for the audience participation game. Time for Two Truths and a Lie. I think we are going with Two Truths and a Lie from our player, Betsy. So let's go over there to the other room, and Betsy will give you her two facts and a falsehood.
So now we are going to play Two Truths and a Lie, and Betsy is going to do us the honors so that we can get to know her a little bit more.
Yeah!
Whether it's how well she lies or interesting truths in her life.
Okay, so I'm just gonna spit them out.
Yep.
Okay. First one. I am a co-host of two podcasts.
Bullshit.
Okay. I am in UCB 301, and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Oh, no one likes Harry
Why
Potter.
would you not be? What?
Who's your
Harry Potter?
Who's your instructor in 301?
It is Brian Finkelstein.
That's a thick
Have
name.
you heard of it?
That is a
Finkelstein.
Oh yeah, Brian Finkelstein. Okay.
Actually,
yeah.
he was my 201 teacher as well.
I was going to say, you could pull from previous teachers.
Right,
to
yeah.
fill that in, and that's,
Which
that
is what I
one's-
believe she's doing.
Also, if you
believe
saw
she's
that
in-
name Finkelstein on a roster, you'll never forget it.
Well, I don't know. You have two podcasts that you host.
What are they?
Podcasts? Yeah, name the both.
Are we allowed to ask questions? I feel like we don't normally get to ask questions when we play.
Well, we're not a normal
Truths and a Lie. Fair.
She has 3 podcasts and says she has 2. Technically, she still has 2.
That's
So
true.
That's
has
fair.
3.
That's fair.
No, but that would be the lie. Still.
I feel she could manage a couple podcasts.
No, yeah.
No. I'm saying.
Who has time for
What are your two podcasts? What are your two podcasts?
They are.
You don't have to answer questions.
Okay.
Because that's not how this works.
works.
Because I was going to drill her on the subjects that she talked about.
I understand. That's not how this works.
Clearly
We
this
have all the
crew is not
information we're
about normal
getting.
gameplay.
We're obviously not about the rules.
I just want to know
But I'm
more
gonna
about
lay down some
Betsy.
rules. That's fair. Let's pick out what the lie is, and then we can ask her more questions.
Wait, what was your third thing again?
Obsessed with Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, Harry Potter.
That's what it was.
Technically, before it was a huge Harry Potter fan. Shouldn't use the word obsessed before.
Yeah.
That makes any difference.
In 5 minutes,
Is
she's going to be
UCB
stalking
in class
Daniel
right
Radcliffe.
now? Are they on one of those breaks?
Wait, say that again?
My only is UCB in session?
Oh, it's always in session.
Yeah.
Oh,
Classes
there's no
are constantly
break.
rolling.
I'm going to
Sorry,
say
there's
the
no break.
lie as UCB because she could be in a different, not maybe
She
it's
could
not
be in
301, but she could be in
no,
401.
No
She
legs.
could be a
No
graduate
legs.
and go
I
back
think-
to 301.
I think the Harry Potter thing's a lie.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Harry Potter as
Yeah.
well.
She has a very Luna Lovegood vibe to her. Like,
That might be
Luna
why
Lovegood
she doesn't
hated
like
her.
it.
oh, true. She's a Luna Lovegood.
She's like she sees herself in it and she's just like, oh.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's a lie. My bad.
So do we come to a consensus yet?
No.
No.
It's I thought.
Do we have to come to a consensus?
Well, we have to like put in a team vote.
Okay.
A couch vote.
My vote is the Harry Potter thing.
I vote Harry Potter.
Makes me sad to say it.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right, well, Harry Potter.
Yeah. We'll go with Harry Potter then.
That's your lie.
Do we wait for like the?
Nope. You can tell us now.
No, I'm not in 301, bitches.
Oh, what are you in?
I took 201. Now I'm taking a break.
Ah, she is on a break. She's on a. The rest of us are in
But
class,
I love
though.
Harry Potter. How dare you say I love Harry Potter?
Finkelstein.
I like that nobody questioned I host two podcasts though.
No.
Yeah, that's.
All right, Danny. What's the audience doing on this one? No? All right, you just want us to play the game? Cool. So
Thanks, producer man.
producer. Cool. So we're gonna play, and then we can ask her more questions about her life.
Wait, can I look at my card again?
Yeah, everybody remember what you are.
I am killing it with the wrong picks today.
Do they get like a Jack Link's pocket cam? Do they know our cards?
No, they don't. We're working on that.
Okay.
Sponsorship and things like that. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Everyone, close your eyes. Werewolves, wake up and look for other werewolves. If there is only one werewolf, you may look at
There
a card.
is one werewolf. Liam is the only werewolf, and so he got to look at one card in the middle. Hopefully he'll be able to use that to lie, unless the seer also takes a look into the middle. Let's see, we've got our two Masons, we've got Zach and Betsy, but Betsy is not waking up. Zach, guys, why do you keep leaving Zach in the lurch, dude? Why do you keep leaving Zach in the lurch? All right. So Alyssa is the seer, and she is going to look at two cards in the middle. She saw a werewolf and the Insomniac. So hopefully Liam isn't unlucky enough to have the card that he saw in the middle also be one of the ones that Alyssa saw. Okay, Cassie's waking up as the robber. So let's see whose card she's going to grab. She's just reaching right over for Betsy's card. So now Betsy is the robber and Cassie is the Mason. All right, Conroy just flipped a couple of cards around. He did it really quickly, so hopefully my producer over in the other room caught who he switched. It looks like he moved Alyssa's card and switched it with Cassie's Mason. So Cassie is so far from where she began.
Whoa!
Okay.
My eyes
You
closed
want-
through that. That was
You
like
did good.
Cassie had a wild night.
All right.
I think we found our troublemaker.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's the dog.
Okay.
That's funny.
All right.
That scared me. I don't know if that's
What was that noise?
You both scared me. I
I'm
jumped
gonna-
and nothing even touched
No,
you.
yeah, I'm
I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna volunteer all the information.
There it is.
Yep.
That I got. That
Come
I
on,
have
Batman, let's do
received.
this.
There was just somebody going like this the whole time. So there was a lot of that. So there's a lot of.
Always
You had
telling
light,
her.
your sensory overload. You don't know what happened anymore.
That was happening. I was laughing so hard I forgot to open my eyes when it was a Mason because it's the second thing they said.
No way.
Sure.
There is no
I
way.
can confirm. She
Oh,
was
did you rob
amazing
her?
Because I robbed her because I was scared to reach for anyone else.
Okay.
So you robbed her. That means you
She
are
was
now
a
the
Mason.
Mason. I trouble made you with somebody.
Well, did you
When?
rob it with your own card?
When it was
Which one went first, though?
Robbers go before troublemakers.
So you robbed me, and then you trouble made?
I trouble made.
Who did you trouble make?
Cassie?
With?
I don't want to say
Apparently doesn't want to say it. Okay.
Unless he's a werewolf and this is another strategy.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But no, it's not. I'm a troublemaker.
By the way, Theo eats water bottles.
Oh.
Warn you.
Well,
That's
who
why
doesn't?
he came after me.
Good to know.
I'm trying to get into eating water bottles. It's not quite.
I'm on the water bottle diet. Well, I am also a Mason, so thanks for being part of the team.
You're welcome.
That's all I got though.
That's
because I can't do anything. Right.
So I saw stuff. There is one werewolf at least in the middle.
Okay, so we can't point there again.
Yeah. Sorry guys.
We got.
No. We could point there if there's another one.
Okay.
If they're both there, we can point them.
Got it.
So there's at least one in the middle.
Okay.
What else did you see?
I'm gonna hold off for a minute, but I just had to remember what it
Did
was
you
so
see-
I could say. So don't
Wait,
forget.
did you see one card or two cards?
I looked at two because I looked in the middle.
Because you're a seer?
Because I'm a seer.
But you only know about one card.
I know about both cards.
I know.
I'm only
Suspicious,
telling you
right?
about one of them.
No. Well, one time she was lying at the last round.
No. The first time I was a seer, I was a
Oh,
seer.
yeah, you were absolutely seer,
Seers
yeah.
tend to tell the truth because
But
I'm trying to help everybody.
Isn't it a little suspicious she only knows for sure about one card?
Isn't it
I'm
a little
telling you,
suspicious
I know
that you're
both
being
cards.
suspicious about her?
Well, I'm totally suspicious about her because I think she might be the one.
I mean, I've only played this
Fine.
game
You know what?
for
We're
3
gonna
times.
pause. We're gonna pause.
Welcome to the Stare Down Siesta. Alyssa's clearly frustrated out there. Oh man, she's like, we're gonna pause because she's trying to tell the truth out there and nobody believes her. I don't think she started off at least as the werewolf once this game. She did get switched. Oh no, she started off as the werewolf last game. What am I thinking? Yeah, but she also got switched to being the werewolf, I think, in the first game. So people don't know whether or not they can trust her, but she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything last game. Oh, did she? I think she said maybe she was the robber. Yeah, that's what she said. She was the robber, and she got caught in the lie. She's saying she's the seer now, and no one's calling her out because she was in fact the seer. Interesting that Conroy doesn't want to tell anybody who Cassie got switched with. I think that if I were the troublemaker, I would play that around. I would play that the other way around because we know what Cassie ended up with. She was a robber. She took Betsy's Mason card. They were able to confirm one another's story. Zach is just left in the dark once again. Nobody wants to play with Zach as the Mason. He wound up as the Mason twice in a row, and twice in a row, everyone's like, no thanks. I'll start my own Mason club. Golly. And so if I were the troublemaker though, knowing what Cassie's card was when I switched things around, I might reveal exclusively who the other person was that I switched. I might say, okay, I switched Alyssa with somebody as the troublemaker, but I don't want to say who I switched her with because she's the one who I would still have a question about, right? Because up until that point, she hadn't revealed what she was. Now she's saying she's the seer, and Conroy knows that. But at some point when Conroy says that he switched her card, that'll give her the chance, if she was the werewolf, to come out and admit it, knowing that she would now be on the villager team because he switched her with Cassie. And we are going to go into the game to see if that plays out.
All right. So where were we? Oh yeah. So
You were being super
suspicious.
suspicious.
Yeah.
And you haven't told us anything.
Right.
Tell us something, Liam.
Well, I'm from Queens.
Oh, you already told us that.
Did you
Something we
troublemaker
don't
him?
know.
Did anybody touch his card in the game? The troublemaker.
Yeah, did anyone touch my card?
I still want to chill for a second. I touched Cassie's card, and I touched somebody else's card, but I wanted to see where this is going. So what's up, man?
How was Queens?
Stop derailing this conversation.
I will say I have seen someone's card.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Was
You
it
saw
someone
someone's card.
else's than yours?
It was a card that was not mine.
Okay.
And how did you do that?
Wait, do we have a Robert
you weren't
McLean?
I was the robber, and she was the Mason.
Robert,
were apparently
troublemaker,
the
seer, Mason, werewolf. I'm just
There's
saying.
one werewolf,
But I don't
could be
know
two
if-
werewolves.
Unless one of us is not a robber.
Tanner moves. These are weird Tanner moves though.
I trouble-made Cassie and Alyssa.
Ooh.
Okay.
Seer, robber now, or
Well,
all
whoever you
three
robbed.
of these are townspeople, right?
One
Yeah, because you robbed a
Mason.
Okay, so then I'm now a Mason.
My bet's on one of these two.
Well, fine, kill me, but you're gonna lose a nice townsperson.
Wait, you're the tanner now.
Oh shit! No, I'm not.
No.
Ooh, I'm not.
Tanner move?
Maybe I don't know. No, I'm a motherfucking troublemaker, and that's what I did.
Oh, that's right. You said
dude.
So we're concerned with
You guessed for what you are.
I'm just letting you
What's
know
that?
that I'm a townsperson and he's getting my vote. If anybody else would like to join me, you are welcome.
Into killing him?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Just so we don't split up our
Is this a Tanner move or are they both in the middle?
They could both be in the middle, right?
I feel like they're both in the
Wasn't that
middle.
her idea to point at the middle of the last game?
It was, but now they could actually both be in the middle.
Wait,
Are you saying, if we
make
kill
the
him and he's
tanner?
the tanner, then we lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of
Oh wait,
you
you all lose if I'm the tanner.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Time is up.
Oh, so
Shit.
you didn't even know that. So there's no way he's the tanner.
I knew I would.
So, oh god, what do we do?
Yes, I'm a werewolf.
That was on a whim.
So scared.
That was on a whim.
So scared.
Yeah.
I was so certain that was a Tanner win.
I was so mad at you
Oh,
because
God.
I was like, all I have to do is be quiet for the next 90 seconds.
No. No.
See, if you hadn't revealed that piece about the tanner, then it would have been suspicious. But you were like, oh, that's it. Shit.
Yeah. Because
No.
I saw Insomniac.
I knew the tanner wanted to die. I didn't realize that also meant you all lost.
Yeah. I was just like, oh no. Because I saw the Insomniac in the middle, but nobody claimed to be the Insomniac, so that's why I never said anything. But, oh, Tanner. Shit.
Hey guys, we
All right.
won.
Yes,
fucking
we did
won.
win.
Hey, Liam
Yay.
lost, guys.
Yeah.
No.
Woo! Now Danny can rejoice by himself
sorry.
about our villager win. Yeah.
Back to you, Danny.
Boom!
Hello, welcome to the post-mortem. Man, congratulations, guys. We had a solid villager victory out there. Good for y'all. But man, were they scared at the end, and they should have been. That was a close, tough one. Like, they couldn't know for sure whether Liam was the werewolf or whether he was a tanner. And by Betsy saying like, oh, well, he didn't even know the rules about the tanner, there's no way he could have been the tanner. It's not like the app says the rules for the tanner. Like, you just have to know them, which I explained to him earlier on. And I guess I didn't explain to him the point that if the tanner wins, everybody else loses. Man, that was tough though. And I feel like there were a couple of missed opportunities that could have put them in a much stronger position to know definitively that Liam was the werewolf. Conroy led by saying that he was the troublemaker, and I sort of like had beef with his decision about who he revealed that he troublemaker, but it actually set him up for a potentially really good play in the second half of that game, because when everyone was asking Liam what he was, someone came out and said, well, did anybody touch Liam's card? That could have been a really good opportunity for Conroy as the troublemaker to say, yeah, I switched you with Cassie. So if you were the werewolf, you're not the werewolf anymore. Would have been a really nice bait into getting Liam to reveal that he was the werewolf, when in fact he still was the werewolf. Because then Conroy could have come back, if everyone believed him as the troublemaker, which I feel like they would. He could have come back and said, ha, I didn't actually switch your card. I switched Alyssa and Cassie, so you are still the werewolf. Everybody vote for this guy. And here's the question. Would that have made Conroy too suspicious? Maybe it would have, but I feel like if you've just made a play that gets someone to admit that they started off as the werewolf, I feel like as everybody else, I would be pretty confident that that guy is not also a werewolf. That would be some pretty high-level play if he actually was. I don't know how it would work though, because everyone would vote for the person unless you were the Robert. Tricky. Anyways, we're winding to a close. It's almost time for this stream to shut off. Time for our goodbyes and our good lies. And I just wanted to say thank you to you guys all for tuning in. It's been so nice having you here. Please follow us on Facebook. Please follow us on YouTube, CatRificPlays/live, and Twitch.tv. On Twitch.tv and Facebook.com, we are that website /WhoDoneItShow. We've got a Twitter that we don't use yet, but I think we're also going to start getting into the Instagram game. We're about to cut out to the players, though, so that we can all say our fond farewells. See you in the other room.
Right now. It could be happening. Enjoy.
This is great.
We're on.
Yeah, we're on.
So, like, right now, we're going to say goodbye to everybody, and then Danny
Danny's gonna come, and we're gonna say goodbye to everybody again.
All
So
right.
goodbye, everybody.
Danny!
Danny!
Daddy's home.
Danny needs to just wear sweaters and be Mr. Rogers.
I'm here. Hey, so before we sign out, I was telling everybody, please follow us on Facebook. Please follow us on all the other social media things. This is a dog. But I also wanted to give you guys the opportunity. Liam, Betsy, Zach, is there anything you guys wanted to plug? Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, my pleasure.
Great having you.
Yeah, I want to plug both of my podcasts.
Yeah,
They're
she's got a
real.
couple podcasts.
They're
Let's say what
super
they are.
real.
Yeah.
Oh, is one of Harry Potter podcasts?
No, but if anybody's interested, I'm totally down for doing one. I'm all the podcasts. I want to do all of them. I just like to talk.
What are the podcasts?
My podcasts are called Have a Seat. Me and my co-host Anthony talked to other. Danny was on it.
I was
actually.
on an episode of that, so check it out.
Comedians, actors, creative people, and we just talk about how it is living in LA and like the.
It's not
weird...
about chairs.
No, it's not about chairs.
No.
But
Shut up.
You do have a seat. So. And then the other one is called Mentley and the Haze. Haze is my last name. Mentley is my co-host's last name. And we go out and go to LA places that have like dance nights and we review it. And we kind of do like an audio Yelp of the place. So actually today we're going to the Standard Hotel downtown.
Ooh, cool.
And we're going during the day, so I don't know if we're going to get a lot of material, but that's the hope is we're going to see some crazy crap.
Sounds fun. I'm excited to hear it goes.
Yeah.
Zach?
Yeah.
I'm not currently in anything right now, but you can follow me on social media at the Zach Schwartz
Cool.
for all of them. And then you keep having me, and I'm sure I'll be in something
Liam?
Well,
Conroy's been blocking Liam all show. It's been driving me crazy. Conroy.
Down boy.
I have lots of shows, and I have albums, and I have videos and stuff. You can check it all out at heyitsliam.com, HEYITSLIAM.com. You can follow me on Twitter, where I'm verified.
Ooh.
At heyitsliam.
Jazzy.
Not the only reason he's a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't want to brag, but since I did, I'm verified on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram, where I'm not verified. Radio Liam, and that's all you get.
Sweet. Thank you guys all for joining us. As we like to say when we sign off here on this show, hey, secrets don't make friends, but friends make secrets.